Good morning. My name is Stephen Lay, and I'm one of the pastors here at Wayside. One of the things I've been thinking about a lot lately is ensuring that everyone in my home thrives. But when everybody stays at home, the dynamics of personal interactions can really complicate things. In our home, we have 6 people, 4 dogs, and a bearded dragon. 3 teenage boys and a college student share one computer. The other one recently crashed. And my wife has a home office set up at one end of the house while I have a home office set up at the other end of the house. Throw the need for constant food in the mix and you've got some pretty interesting interactions. Within the first week of all this, Melody came up to me and said, "You're being grumpy." And of course, my first reaction was, "No, I'm not." One of the boys was in the room and he said, "Dad, yes, you are." At that point, I was really busted. I thought about what happened over the next few days. I thought about our circumstances and decided that the next few months are going to be a lot harder unless we have a peaceful home, a place where everybody can thrive. After all, home is a haven, right? So today, I'd like to share a few things I've learned about creating a peaceful home while staying at home with everybody. The first thing I've had to act on is specific to the rules, both unspoken and spoken, that you've set up in your house. Here it is. They apply to you. When change happens and crisis challenges us, one of the most stabilizing things we can do is ensure that our homes operate under expectations and guidelines that are universal. I don't get to be grumpy and then tell others to stop being grumpy. In fact, my willingness to admit my struggle and adjust is a powerful example. When parents adjust first, they serve. It's amazing how everyone else begins to adjust. Secondly, respect one another and forgive quickly. Yesterday, I moderated a teenage scuffle. And as we talked about what happened, I realized that I'm asking 2 teenage boys to share a room for about 14 hours a day, every day, with no end date. Realizing that, the first thing I told them before we talked about anything they did wrong was how well they are doing. Next, we boiled the issue down to respecting space and having self-control. 2 things teenage boys are constantly challenged by under normal circumstances, much less the current ones. I've noticed how quickly, though, they forgave one another once we identified the issues. And I thought, we need more of that. That's what fosters peace. Forgiveness. Thirdly, communicate expectations. The other day I was unhappy about the behavior I saw during worship, and so we got together and talked about my demands. Was I expecting too much? Everybody had input and we walked away on the same page. How much better worship has been since that conversation? A lot. We all communicated. We all got on the same page. As I was thinking about all this, I was brought to one scripture that I've been challenged by to keep at the forefront of my mind, because the success or failure of a peaceful home may very well hinge on these things. 1 Corinthians 13:4 says, "Love is patient, love is kind." If I stop right there and go no further, I've got 90% of what I need for a peaceful home. So I keep telling myself, patience and kindness, just do that. Patience and kindness, just do that. Check out 1 Corinthians 13:4-7 and look at the other virtues there. What are the top 2 you need to tell yourself again and again as you apply them in your home?